Regarding my is Edgar Degas Jack the Ripper theory, I have promised to do a video about the little dancer age 14. While doing that research, I stumbled across something that I find unsettling. Before I start, I do want to say that this runs counter to what we know currently of the victims of Jack the Ripper, so bear with me, take this with a grain of salt, and also keep in mind that it could be just not true. This is only a hypothesis. I've mentioned in previous videos that Marie von Gotham posed for this statue at age 14 in 1879. And one of the reasons I find it disturbing is because this whole book is devoted to her, and this author, Camille Laurent, is an amazing researcher, and she could not find a trace of Marie von Gotham after 1882. In fact, her last sighting is in 1882 by the police. They have detained her older sister Antoinette for stealing 700 francs. That's 10 months of their salary. Antoinette stole the 700 francs from a gentleman client while they were at dinner and took her mother and her sister Marie to the border to flee France. And that is the last record of Marie von Gotham in history. Whereas this author found the death record of Antoinette, the death record of the mother, who interestingly enough died at the Paris Opera, found the record of their younger sister as a teacher, and her graduation of the dance studio, and her death certificate, and all the grave sites of the other family members, but never found Marie von Gotham. And not for lack of research, this woman did a ton of research to try and find out more about Marie. She just became entranced with this little girl. Meanwhile, the last of the 5 canonical Jack the Ripper victims was Marie Jane Kelly, and we know very little about her background. We don't even know whether she was blonde, ginger, or brunette. All verifiable information about her exists after 1883, and we pretty much know that her last name wasn't Kelly. Interestingly though, she did work at a French brothel, and she bragged that a gentleman brought her to France, but only for 2 weeks because she didn't like Paris. But what struck me as interesting is Marie Jane Kelly chose a French name for herself, and she chose Marie Jeanette, which makes sense if her name was Mary Jane, right? Now, there has been dispute about Marie von Gotham's birth date, but Camille Laurent figured out that there are 2 birth certificates for a Marie von Gotham, because the first Marie von Gotham died only 19 days after being born, so they tried again. It was a custom at the time to give your children the name of the parents, and Marie von Gotham's mom was named Marie as well. Now remember that Marie Jane Kelly was estimated to be only 25 years old, making her by far the youngest of Jack the Ripper's victims. Everyone else was in their 40s. Marie von Gotham was born Wednesday, June 7th, 1865. Born Marie Genevieve. Is it possible that this little dancer who had no future and the murder victim of Jack the Ripper that had no past are actually the same woman?